Hello and welcome to my channel. It's me, Altheta, your magical minister. Whatever platform this presents on, between Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, TikTok, all that, when it lands there, it's meant for you. So we're talking about this 1111 gateway. The 1111 astrological, numerologically confirmed moment in time. Numerologic, numerologically confirmed moment in time. This cosmic event, 1111, significant change, major gateway. It's two pillars, and it's like you're going through a gateway, the 1111 gateway. Let's talk about that. When when it dropped into my awareness, it dropped into my consciousness that this gateway energy, this gateway opportunity was coming. It was last year. It was literally a year ago in the, May, June season. I remember it very vividly. A lot of things that transpired in the year 2020 are very vivid for myself and anyone who was awakened, right? Anyone who stepped into that consciousness of awakened state of awareness, you were introduced to this idea and this prepared for this moment of change, significant change. So 1111, last year I got fully awakened. I opened my my third eye was always open as far back as I can remember. My recall is that I was always awakened. I was always open to see and perceive reality or the illusion. I always perceived the illusion as it was from the vantage point of reality. And through the 49 years up until 2020, I always knew that I was on time, I was on schedule, I had this destiny and purpose. And 2020, I don't even want to mention the the third dimensional events, that were taking place and that we're still kind of coming out of right now, because that's not what it's about. That is the distraction. The agenda of 2020, the worldwide agenda, that was a distraction, a major distraction to get our eyes diverted and our attention diverted to something that was really irrelevant. However, those of us who are chosen, those of us who are awakened, that's who I'm speaking to. Because those who are eyes wide shut, ears wide, ears closed, they can't see, perceive, they can't conceptualize what I'm even talking about. They're not tuned in. You are. You're awakened. You're chosen. And you heard the trumpets sounding. You heard the trumpet sounding, did you not? Yes, we did. And we answered. We paid attention. That's who I'm talking to. Those of us that are paying attention and have paid attention and are in the midst of the transition, that heard the clarion call, that saw the signs and symbols, and are prepared or have prepared themselves to enter into that 1111 gateway. Yes, we were in preparation. And if we only knew, if we only knew that when that gateway opened, if we only could really have understood how significant that effing change was going to be, we wouldn't have volunteered. We would have held back. You know this, man. Oh my goodness. If I knew what I was going to be stripped of in order to receive what I am entering into, I would have delayed. We would have said, wait, let me get it together. Let me put some things in order. But chosen ones, y'all know we didn't get that opportunity. No, we don't have any more time on the clock. And the 11:11 gateway, the moment of change and shift, that transition event was coming. And there's nothing that we could have done to hold it back, slow it down. And the universe just graciously and mercifully let us in on the fact that we need to get ready. And that's what we did. You know, I did my work in terms of preparation, mental, emotional, spiritual preparation. And I listened to the guidance. And I made a conscious effort to understand and pay attention. My brothers and my sisters, you know, I don't have many brothers, but my sisters, my team, they saw it. You all saw it. Felt it. You're witnesses. You're my witnesses to what is happening right now. Those that know me personally and have been along my journey, my life's journey, the soul tribe, they see, they know. But those of us that are chosen and we're tuned in, tapped in right now, I'm here today about this 11:11 gateway, this transition, this shift. Like, if you want to know what 11:11 really means, it means everything. 11:11 means everything must change. Hallelujah. I have a song that I listen to. You know, everything is important to me. I'm a Virgo. I'm very heavily ruled by the planet Mercury, and tuned in from day one. So I have a very special, unique mental mechanism that works very, very sharply, and even songs and melodies are in my soul contract. If you can only imagine, there are certain songs, there are certain melodies, as you know, like if you're tuned in, you know how the universe does. It will use certain songs or phrases. Remember that, because that's coming back. It means something. Everything must change is a recording under the From Q with Love album. And I listen to that often. I have at different points along the journey. And in my last life cycle, that song came up and comes up to remind me, get ready. Everything must change. Not some things. Everything is changing in this 11:11 energy. So let's get to it. The 11:11 energy is not some prissy energy that suggests that we're going to have a little things are going to be a little bit different, and you know, they're going to get a little bit better. No. First thing you must understand about this 11:11 energy is that everything must change, and everything old is truly passing away. Everything that did not serve you well, everything that you will not need any further, you have no further use of, the baggage, the things that you have accumulated on your journey up until this point, up until this gateway, everything is passing away. And I said, Spirit, before the event that made it very clear that it's starting, it's beginning, it is now. There was a significant event. I suffered a major loss. One of the first clear indications was a major loss of life of a significant other, my loved one, my lover, my guy, Anthony, January 3rd, 2021. So that was the indication. But before that, even, guidance wouldn't have you to be unawares. Not you and I who are chosen, who are listening, who are called to this hour. No, they ain't have us unaware unless you got distracted in 2020 with the bullshit. I'm just going to be real. There's some things I'm just going to be real about. Some of you guys know me to be this real and this raw, and some of you don't. Well, welcome to the Magical Ministers platform, where we are so raw, we are so real, but we are so poignant and gracious at the same damn time. You're going to see a lot of different facets of what it is to be a goddess. It ain't all pretty and princey. We get there, but you're going to see the process. You're going to see the multifaceted elements of the divine goddess here on this earth. See, that's where I think some of us have gotten it twisted. Some of you're so high-minded, you forget that this thing is worked out on this terra firma, on this earth. And the cloaks are coming off, right? And this is what it looks like: real people doing real things, going through real things. 1111 means, first, before you get to the change and the glory, what? You will find the ashes. You will find yourself in the ashes before you find yourself in that glorious place. Believe it. You will have been forsaken, and you will be called to forsake those things that no longer serve you, that are not going on your journey. You have to accept both of those terms, to be forsaken and to forsake willingly those things that you have somehow developed an unhealthy attachment to. Every attachment, I'm telling you guys, has the potential to cause you great grief. Yes. Attachment. 1111 requires detachment. 1111 requires detachment. I listen to so many, creators, and I'm grateful for most of those that have been put in my path for me to receive from. However, I'm here to do it differently. I'm here to do it as it is put and deposited, and I have to deliver it as I am supposed to. I've always been called to do it differently. And so I'm not claiming to be anybody's numerologist or tarot reader, none of that. I am who I am. I am one with the divine. And I am here to disseminate what has been deposited so that I can be responsible for my role in my trajectory, so I can get to my end outcome. So I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. So this 1111 gateway, this shift, this change, 1111 means not only are you getting ready for this glorious change, and the guys and the angels that are coming and they're supporting, but they're supporting you because you're getting ready to face, if you have not already, if you're listening to this, some of you may have already, some of you may be coming into that place of like significant change, and you're feeling that everything is being, up for grabs. Like nothing is certain any longer. Your sense of security in the reality that you're currently in is being challenged. It's up in the air. It's like, do I hold on to this? How is this serving me? You may even be feeling like, you know what? Let me let go of some of this stuff. Let me offload. Let me lighten up. You should be getting messages from the divine directly that tell you to love loosely. I did. I got messages that prepared me before the major event, before my significant loss, specifically in regards to my loved one. Spirit said, love loosely. And I said, love loosely? Right here in this room, carrying laundry. I'm saying, what? What do you mean? I'm good. Because I know what that means. Oh, I'm good, God, Spirit, Divine. I'm not loving too tightly. I'm not attached. That's what I said right here. I'm not attached. And probably within, I wouldn't say, within 45 days, no more than 60 of that moment, I'm saying even less than that, less than 45 days, my loved one exited. And guidance. You just got to be grateful for preparation, for unction, for strengthening, for getting us ready to go through this door of change. That's what we want to call it. That's a neutral way of saying that everything must change. And in that change, there is going to be destruction. In order for new life, in order for you to be born again, everything must change. There's some things that are going to have to be burned in the fire. They're going to have to die. Parts of your old self, no more. The self that got acclimated with this third dimension, that's attached to the things on this third dimension, because we're here in this world. Although we're not of this world, we're in this world. We got to deal with this world on its terms while we are here in this world. And our natural self, we're very comfortable in a lot of things. Some of us are uncomfortable more so than others, but wherever you find yourself, you've adapted to this world. Your natural self has adapted. It's been conditioned, and it's used to navigating according to those terms. But when you're entering into the gateway, that old self, that person that's plugged in to the third dimension, because we have to navigate here. We have our children, we have our businesses, we have our whatever, that we're still human. And so it is at that point that the higher consciousness is starting to move us over and against what it is that we've become so accustomed to, that we have become attached to. And even when we, chosen ones, we know that we can't be attached. We know that we have to have a reasonable, balanced perspective on this world and everything in it. Although we know that, man, we still have to deal with the feelings of this thing on a natural level. And our natural selves is not really trying to let go of itself and everything that supported its natural states of being. You're transitioning into another level of being, another state of consciousness, another state of being, a state of being that is beyond your third dimensional, temporary self. And in transitioning and ascending and stepping up into higher consciousness and states of being, you have to put the old girl to death. You have to put her to rest. You have to put her away. She's no longer useful. All those tools, all of those, idiosyncrasies that she developed in her lifespan, they're no longer of any use. It's now your true self, your higher self, your divine self that is walking on this earth, experiencing heaven on earth. But before you get there, you will die. You will be forsaken, and you will be called to forsake all things that do not serve you well. that are not necessary on your next life's path. That things and people, and places, and experiences and ways of being and navigating that are not a part of the next plan. And the 1111 gateway, it's a doorway. It's also a canal of travail, because you're being born again. You've been born again, and you're coming up into new life. And so, with death, there's that sense of loss and that sense of grief. And the reality of the light and the darkness, of the death and the life, they have to be reconciled and joined as one and accepted as one. And you accept the death of the old, the things that no longer serve you, with joy and gladness, so that you can then accept the new life that's on the other side of the doorway. So this is most definitely just part one of the 1111 gateway content that I will be putting forth. I'm going to say part one, and I'm going to leave it here because it's gotten into about 20 some odd minutes. When I come back, I will be prepared to share some of the significant points of the travail aspect of change, the travail aspect of new birth, and my personal experience with 1111. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And if you are not aware, of how uncomfortable it will be, you could get a little discouraged. And so here I go. Don't be discouraged. Know that all these things are in the master's plan, and you're right on target. So be blessed, be encouraged, and I'll be back. Namaste.